Yes, thank you.
All right, I'll read this quickly. Pursuant to Governor Baker's March 12, 2020 order, suspending certain provisions of the open meeting law and the governor's March 15, 2020 order imposing strict limitation on the number of people that may gather in one place. This meeting of the Southborough Taxation Aid Committee will be conducted via remote participation to the greatest extent possible. Specific information and the general guidelines for remote participation by members of the public and or parties with a right and or requirement to attend the meeting can be found on the town's website. For this meeting, members of the public who wish to watch or participate may do so in the following manner by finding the meeting at southboroughtown.com/remote meetings. No in-person attendance of members of the public will be permitted, but every effort will be made to ensure the public can adequately access these proceedings in real time via technology. In the event we're unable to do so, despite best efforts, we'll post on Southborough's website an audio or video recording transcript or other record as soon as possible after the meeting. Okay. You know what? Did we email out the February 17th minutes?
Yes.
Oh, good.
Yep.
Okay. I will make a motion to approve those.
I'll second it.
I'm okay with them.
I am too.
I was absent, so I'll stay silent.
Oh, right. Okay. Thanks.
Oh, yeah, he has to abstain, yes. Mhm.
Okay. Hal, Marianne, Brian, Liz. Yays. So, okay. So those are approved. And does everybody have the 2 handouts that Brian put together this week? We'll talk about those today. Did I go on mute again? No. Okay, so Brian, can we go into executive session to discuss the applicants?
Yeah, right before we do we just want to set a meeting date so it's public, our next
Oh,
meeting date?
yes, thanks. We are actually, we discussed last time meeting again next Wednesday. Do you guys think that's going to be necessary, or do you want to do our next one the third Wednesday in April? I guess that's what we do, the third Wednesday.
Is the meeting scheduled next week or is to discuss further applications?
Yes, and sorry, Liz, you can respond too, but I think the thinking was we may need 2 meetings. I'm not sure that's true, but yes.
That's what I was saying. Maybe another week in between to see how many more come in. How many have we got? Or
That's a great idea. Are you all free if we push it back 1 more week? So that would be March 24th?
Fine with
I'm
me.
okay.
sure.
Everybody cool? Okay, so let's do the next meeting at the 24th at 4:30.
Okay,
Okay.
Liz, I'm sorry, my phone's ringing, but before we go into executive session, number 2 said discuss some criteria for approving applications and any other considerations. And I just had 2 things I wanted to mention about that.
sure.
Okay.
One, on the application, I know that they ask for if you have any dependents, but I think it was important because some of the information Brian put out, it also listed the number of residents that live at the house. So maybe on the application, you can put number of dependents, but then also number of residents residing at, the home. Because I think that might be some consideration later on, for discussion. And then the other thing, on the actual sheet that Brian sent out, and I'm not going to talk about the applicants, I'm going to talk about another column that I kind of put in. And what I did was I did a percentage of their real estate to their income.
Okay.
And it just out of curiosity, to see how that lined up. Not that we have to use that, but I think it kind of gives us another indication of, the need for people. So just a percentage of, so those were my 2 comments.
I think it's the dependence and the number of residents is an important point, Mary Ann, and I was going to ask about that also.
Mhm. Yeah, and I think we'll discuss that when we go into executive session a little bit more.
Those sound like really smart changes to me. Do we need to vote to amend the application?
Yeah, I would, just to be safe, Liz.
Okay, so I'm gonna make a motion incorrectly, probably. I'm gonna make a motion to make an adjustment to the application to tweak it to add number of residents in addition to number of dependents.
Second that.
I'm good.
Okay.
That would take place next year's application. We couldn't, right?
I think Brian,
You're not,
hop online and do it now for in case anyone still does, which we can talk about in a second in executive session, but
Oh,
in case
yeah,
we
I
get.
I can
anyone else
update it. Yeah, I can update it immediately,
right
right?
now.
Yeah,
okay.
yep.
Okay, thank you. Thanks for that insight. Okay, so yeah, Brian, I don't know how to do this, sorry.
No, I guess it's the same as a vote, so I'll make a motion that we just go into executive session.
Oh, okay. I'll second that.
Give me
And
just,
then,
Aye.
and then we just have to, say if we're in favor again. So
We have to do
I'm
it.
in favor.
We have to do a roll call, I think, no?
Yes, Brian is aye.
Okay.
Hal, aye.
Liz, aye.
Mary Ann, I.
Jeff, aye.
okay, everybody.